Welcome to a new card review, ladies and gentlemen. Now, last time I reviewed Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which it was an awesome card, but I didn't got the chance to talk about its previous form, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, that much. So today, we're going to take a look at Galaxy Eyes here, which it was requested by two people, and those two are DemonSlayerDarkna and Johann53100. So I hope you two and the rest of you enjoy this review, and with no further ado, let's get this started. As you can see from the artwork on this card, there's not that much a difference between Neo Galaxy Eyes and normal Galaxy Eyes, well except in color and a few slight changes in appearance. We can see that the body is a light blue this time around, and it still has the dark blue armor on its whole body. We see some red on his forehead, the tip of his wings, and on the tip of the tail, which has a very cool looking design, if I may add. It still has the energy-like wings, which still looks awesome. We even see some cyber-like veins on them. Hell, if you look close enough, you can see the cyber-like veins all over its body. On its chest, we see some jewel quests, which has red surrounding the jewel. And just like with Neo Galaxy Eyes, its background looks cosmic. Do I need to say anything more? So overall, the art looks great. Galaxy Eyes looks awesome. It should make sense because this is Neo Galaxy Eyes' first form, and I like the artwork of that card. So why not this card too? So its score for its art is a 5 out of 5. Now let's check out its effects, shall we? You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack during either player's battle phase. When this card battles an opponent's monster, you can target this card is battling, banish both it and this card. Then any monster banished by this effect returns to the field at the end of the battle phase. If the monster banished by this effect was an Exceed monster, this card gains 500 attack for each Exceed material that Exceed monster had when it was banished. Well, it is very interesting in a good way. You can special summon this card from your hand by offering 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack, which that's very easy to do if you have a lot of monsters with high attack points. Now here's the one part of his effect that is very interesting. If you attack, or if your opponent attacks Galaxy Eyes, you can remove both Galaxy Eyes and your opponent's attacking monster from the field. Then at the end of the battle phase, they return back to the field. And if the monster that was removed was an Exceed monster, then it will lose all of his Exceed materials, and Galaxy Eyes gains 500 for each material that was lost. Like I said, very interesting. It's like a Exceed killer in a way. But there's only one problem with the effect though. What if your opponent has another monster on the field all ready for an attack? Then you're screwed since you may be left defenseless, unless you have a trap to defend yourself like Mirror Force or Negate Attack. So yes, the effect of Galaxy Eyes is interesting in its own way, and I do like it, even if it has one little weakness, but overall a good effect. So its score for its effect is a 4 out of 5. Just like with Neo Galaxy Eyes, normal Galaxy Eyes can work with any deck as long as you have a lot of monsters with 2000 or more attack points, which 80% of decks do have. But like with Neo Galaxy Eyes, we're going to look at the deck type that is based on Galaxy Eyes here, and that will be Photons. We hardly scratched the surface of Photon monsters on the Neo review, so let's check them out in this review. Judging that you can special summon Galaxy Eyes by offering 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack power, let's see what monsters of the Photon archetype that have 2000 or more attack. Also, I will not say any cards that I mentioned in the Neo Galaxy Eyes review. That way, I won't be wasting our time. Let's talk about the most obvious Photon monsters to put in, and that will be Photon Thrasher. You cannot normal summon or set this bad boy, but if your opponent has a monster, or monsters, on the field and you don't, you can special summon him. So he's like Cyber Dragon in a way. Photon Crusher is another high attack level 4 monster of the Photon archetype. Once it attacks, it switches to defense mode, which it doesn't matter since you're going to use him to summon Galaxy Eyes from your hand. Photon Slasher is one cool looking Photon monster, and he can work well in summoning Galaxy Eyes. If your opponent controls an Exceed monster, you can special summon him from your hand in defense mode. Here's Photon Saber Tiger. It's another level 4 with high attack power. Once it's summoned, you can add another one to your hand from your deck. But here's the problem with it. If you do not control another copy of this card on the field, It gets 800 points weaker, and the summon of Galaxy Eyes backfires, so you need to be careful with what you're doing. This is not a Photon monster, but Cyber Dragon works so well with the summoning of Galaxy Eyes. Like I stated before, if your opponent controls a monster or monsters, and you don't, you can special summon it. Easy. Well, that's it for the high attack photons. So what about the other photons, you may ask? Well, here are some that can be useful. Photon Cerberus is a great photon, because once it's summoned, you and your opponent cannot play trap cards. This is a great way to stop your opponent from playing traps to stop you. This card may not have Photon in its name, but its effect does work with photons and the Galaxy archetype, and that card will be Orbital 7. If you guys watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal anime, then some of you should at least recognize this little robot. He's the robot assistant of the character Kite, or Kaito if you prefer the Japanese version. Here's what it does. Once he's been flipped face up, you can add "You got it, boss" counter on this card. Yes, that's what the counter is called on this card. I'm not joking. Anyways, you may remove all counters on this card and its attack becomes 2000. But if you use this effect, it cannot attack your opponent directly, and it's sent to the graveyard at the end of the turn. It doesn't seem that great, but this monster's attack becoming 2000 for this one turn is great for special summoning Galaxy Eyes. Also, with this monster's effect, you can send this card to the graveyard to add one Photon or Galaxy monster from your graveyard to your hand. So let's check out some spell cards that will work well with Galaxy Eyes. And like the monsters, I'll not say any cards I mentioned in the Neo Galaxy Eyes review. Photon Sanctuary is a great card to help you summon Galaxy Eyes. Once played, you can special summon 2 Photon tokens in defense mode. These tokens cannot attack or be used in a synchro summon, and these tokens have 2000 attack power, so you can special summon Galaxy Eyes with ease. Photon Lead can help you summon out one of your level 4 or lower light monsters from your hand fast. You can use this card to summon out one of your high attack level 4 monsters for the special summon of Galaxy Eyes. Now for traps. Luminize is a great trap card for your light monsters. Once your opponent declares an attack, negate the attack, and one of your light monsters you control will gain the attack power of that monster until the end of the turn. Ray of Hope can help you reload your deck with your light monsters. Once played, add 2 light monsters from your graveyard to your deck, then shuffle your deck. So Galaxy Eyes is good for most decks, as long as you have a lot of high attack monsters so you can special summon him no problem. So for deck choices, it's getting a 4 out of 5. So overall, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is one awesome dragon. The art looks cool, its effect is interesting, and it will be great in most decks as long as you have a lot of high attack monsters that you can summon out quickly. I have to thank both DemonSlayerDarkna and Johann53100 for letting me to review this card for them, so links to their channels will be down in the description box down below. So what's my final score for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon? It's getting the overall score of a 4.2 out of 5. That's it for this review, and if you guys have any cards you want me to review for future reviews, just leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. So next time, I'll be reviewing Ancient Dragon. So remember guys, comment, rate, and subscribe. This is Dragon Core 7, and I'll be seeing you all next time.